Alrighty, y'all. Good day. How you going? It is the weekend, so let's have some fun, kick back, relax, and look what September has brought us from the land down under. Let's check it out. Alrighty, first up, we have a rare instance where people are fed up with prices and they get to, they get to ask the CEO. I know how it feels. I've been complaining the only time in my life, basically, for real, about prices only in the last year or two, probably like 2.5 years, like as a whole, that prices are just out of control in our stores, for sure. Really everything, and it seems like in the whole world's expensive. But I've seen a lot of posts over the last 2 years, especially about like Woolworths and Kohl's and stuff, doing some sketchy stuff with prices, raising prices, price gouging, all this different stuff, right? Let's take a look at what this video is about.
The fact that your company is profiting off price gouging during the context of the cost of living crisis.
Thank you for reaching out to talk to us. We're doing everything that we can to recognise that customers are doing it well to make sure that they're able to get great prices.
I really don't believe that. Millions of people in Australia right now have to skip meals in order to survive. Your company has just bought a full extra supermarket chain through a vulture capitalist venture so that you can continue to make big bucks while working class people suffer. Can you sleep at night knowing that?
Oh, damn. She's speaking for the public. Props to this girl for having the courage and, the know-how to come out and say, hey, there's the CEOs. Let's ask the tough questions. Here we go. Good for her.
That our team are doing everything that we can to support our customers. We understand that it is an incredibly difficult time right now.
If you understood...
I'm not sure she understands. I guarantee these people right here, guarantee their pockets are pretty deep.
then maybe be prepared to give up the $1 billion that the company's been making last year.
We have lowered prices, and you'll see that right through our store. We've got some great value for our customers, and that's a tribute to
Thank you
the
for
lady.
sharing.
I don't believe
Thank
that.
you for sharing your
Woolworths is actually being hauled before the federal court
shelves.
for actual shams with the supposed discounts that are being promoted.
You're entitled
I don't
to
think
yours.
working class people will buy
Thank
that
you so
and accept
much
that.
for sharing your views.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. We're doing everything that we can.
It's not views, it's like reality that like millions of Australians right now are struggling so tough, and you're the one behind price gouging and profiting off this.
It's actually illegal to videotape someone without their permission in New South Wales.
Well,
Really? They don't have any cameras in their stores? They don't have cameras in Woolworth stores. Come on now.
We don't appreciate
I don't think
Thank
it's
you.
right that ordinary people have to be starving and skipping.
Hey, you know what? I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I'm just saying I'm fed up with prices, and this isn't directly associated with me because I don't shop there because I don't live in Australia. But I'm just saying I can imagine the frustration in seeing stuff get out of hand, right? And by the way, it seems like a cool store from the outside looking in, right? I've gotten stuff in mail time from like Kohl's and Woolworths. And let me just specify, anything sent to me from those stores was from viewers that got me stuff from those stores. It wasn't sent to me by the stores. I'm not sponsored whatsoever. You know, I like how they do like little promotional things and little toys and stuff that we've gotten, and like the kids play with a lot of stuff from there. So let me just say, like, I get in theory that companies can be really cool. I also get that companies can go up and down, right? Maybe at one time they were really awesome and generally liked. For some reason, things change, people change at the top, blah, blah, blah. And it seems like they're not very well liked right now. I can certainly say that right now they follow that, what we see all too often here in the U.S. because big old corporate America, right? She is like a robot, man, like totally on brand CEO. I love how she answered a question, not on a computer, not on a Skype call, not on an email, but literally in person. She answered a question like, oh, thank you for reaching out to us. Well, it sounded like it literally sounded like an email response, but it was in person. Like, what kind of scripted crap is that? Come on now. That was actually kind of funny. I will say I'm pleasantly surprised they let her speak so long before cutting her off. I would expect someone, going up to a CEO in a touchy subject. Basically, it's not even a touchy subject. Let's get real. Someone trying to hold a CEO accountable. I can imagine most of the time they would just get a couple words in and the CEO would just cut them off and walk away. That's what I would imagine. So I guess it's good that she was able to get a lot of words in. But unfortunately, after all that, almost 2 minutes of dialogue, do people really get an answer from them? No, I don't think so. Hopefully things turn around. Otherwise, if you can handle it, you'll shop local. I know it could be hard to avoid depending on where you live and for certain products, but if you could try and get your stuff elsewhere, it's always worth a look for sure. Because big companies, once they get bigger and bigger and bigger, they turn. At least from what I've seen here in the U.S., let me just say, companies have gotten so big in just my lifetime. Company ethics compared to even 30 years ago are just out the door. So, yeah, it can get real ugly. Well, this is pretty crazy. This one is titled Rage Against the Speed Camera Machine. Nice play on a musical group of a similar name, minus the speed camera part. But someone literally did rage on one of these, driving on the highway and just missed whoever did this, called the fireys to stop it from becoming a bushfire. Now, that's noble, right? That's great because, in all honesty, yeah, we don't want that spreading. We don't need any more Australian bushfires. No one wants that. But yeah, speed cameras, I get it. They don't look fun. Luckily, around my immediate area, I don't have them. Although, if I go out a little ways, Illinois does have them in certain places, but just not around me. Albeit, no one likes speed cameras. They're not fun. I get it. And this person really took it to heart, though. And this last one, whoa. That sent a message. Look at that. It's actually kind of a crazy pic. Thing is literally engulfed in flames. Wow. Honestly, the last pick goes hard as fuck. It does. Should be an album cover. I totally agree. It's too good of a picture. And shout out to all the post workers out there. Now, by the way, not all post workers are great. There's some bad apples in there. We've seen the videos of, postal workers or Amazon drivers, or in our case here in the U.S., like UPS drivers, USPS drivers. There's some out there that kind of a little bit asshole-ish, right? They'd be throwing your package or throwing it over the fence, not caring for it. But most of them are pretty cool. I've had great experiences, luckily. So my post workers, I shouldn't say postmen. Some of them are post women, post men, a little bit of everything. You guys are always awesome. They say hi to us if we're outside. They're really nice. They take care of our stuff, and they actually do a great job at so-called like hiding our stuff in spots where we know where they're at, but someone else couldn't see them because we have like a gate and a fence and stuff. So yeah, they do a great job. And clearly, this person has a great postman as well, because they got a handwritten message. Good morning. I found this parcel sitting on top of the letterbox. Seemed like an easy target for a parcel theft. Have placed it behind a concrete pillar out of view. Posty Steve. Shout out to you, Posty Steve, for being a legend and taking care of them. That's awesome. It's one of those simple things that goes a long way, and I always love to see it. So having a good postal worker is actually really a lifesaver. It's really a big deal, I think. I love to see stuff like that, for sure. And hey, just a little more proof why people are kind of fed up with like the whole big time stores, Kohl's, Woolies, that type of deal. I don't know which store this is, but look at this. I've seen so many of these. As an American, I've seen these on these Australian Reddit posts. A ton of these where they play this goofy game with the price tags. They're trying to trick people. They're trying to confuse people. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do, but it doesn't make good business sense to me. We have like a $10 bag of chicken munchies, but then it's on clearance for $11. Which doesn't make sense because that's on a clearance. That's more expensive than it's supposed to be. But hey, it was $13 according to the clearance tag. Yeah, you're saving $2, even though it's more expensive than the $10 that you have advertised on the default tag right here. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's get real. They clearly had it as $10, and as the post says, someone forgot to remove the old $10 price tag before putting up the bullshit clearance tag. So someone obviously saw that and was like, yeah, this is complete BS. What kind of fools do they take you guys for? Yeah, kind of annoying. And isn't it the icing on top to read that one of the executives has left and, you know, took his $24 million in Woolworth shares along with a pro salary payout of $6.5 million because he left early. Yeah, must be rough. They're really feeling the economy hits, right? Like they're talking about, oh, we know it's so hard. Yeah, $6.5 million plus whatever else. Yeah, they don't have a clue what real life is like. Someone also mentions that this is why they're pushing to replace all these with digital price label tags, because then they can kind of conceal their little tricks, right? They can't have the old tag under there, and if they forget or whatever, you know, people can figure this out. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sure they do want that so they can just make up whatever price, and no one can, or at least most people won't be able to trace like, oh, well, this is actually more expensive even though it appears to be on sale. Of course they're going to want that, right? They don't want people to notice stuff like that. And this is on someone's property. Take a look at this. This is a site, of course, I would not see on my property. We do have quite a few animals that show up. I would actually love to get some video of them and show them sometime. I mean, dude, we have some funny animals. We have one I've even named Gilbert the gopher. Absolutely cracks me up. He's just a joy, and boy, do I have some stories about that. But this is, of course, in Australia on someone's property, and look at this. We have what looks to be 4 echidnas just chilling in the back, digging at something. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but it is a cute and, of course, Australian pic, you know, to the fullest extent. I thought this was really cool. I will mention, like the comments mentioned down below, actually, on this post, I guess it's rare to see a lot of these together. And now that I think about it, I think this is one of the only pictures I've ever seen of echidnas like together like this. I guess whenever I've seen pictures of them, it's always 1. And this is 4. Now, again, this has become a theme where I featured these, but I mean, this one is really, really good. I got to admit. Actually, I'm a little zoomed out there. Chicken schnitz from the local chicken shop made me nearly tear up with pride. It's pretty good. I've actually seen better. We've seen some that are almost dead on. It's freaky, but this is pretty good. As you can see, they went to an Aussie chicken shop only to find an Australian chicken patty. How about that? Literally the shape of Australia. All right, we have an embarrassing moment. Let's see who it is, what car, and what they did. This was a couple weeks ago, or I at least posted a couple weeks ago. Even though I absolutely love the Australian utes, the sport utes, right? Like this Holden here. Why do I have a bad feeling it's going to be this? Like, it's between that and a Hyundai, right? What are we really thinking here? It's going to be the yellow ute. Oh, no, he was already in a lane that didn't exist. He should have been he should have been behind the white car, clearly. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Come on, bro. Holy crap. Oh! Dude, come on, man. What a knucklehead. Again, why do these awesome utes always fall into hands like that? Doesn't know how to drive. He gunned it. You could see the smoke shoot out of the exhaust. Gunned it. Totally lost control. It started spinning, so it caused it to go to the left. And what did he do? Like a total novice noob, he freaking overcorrected over the middle barrier into another vehicle. Ruined a lot of people's days and ruined a perfectly nice ute. That is a jackass. Well, just a perfectly friendly, not scary at all picture of a magpie. Do I want to know how someone was able to snap a picture of this in this incredibly aggressive and engaging position? I'm not sure I do, but at least we are here safe in our room to witness this and not be swarmed in the face by this thing. The original poster actually says they got an unexpected kiss on the ear from this feathered friend today. Old pic, but I'm sure it remembered me. Stay safe, peeps. Wear your wraparound shades, especially if on a bike. Edit, took the pic on a previous breeding season with a rear-facing camera on my helmet. Wow, that's how they were able to get it. I mean, other than being totally scary as f, it's a good picture, right? It's an action shot that actually looks, you know, pretty clear. Well, lockdown for schools probably don't happen too much in Australia, but when they do, it's for usually, it sounds like much better reasons than some lockdowns that I could picture here in the U.S. This is a lockdown due to a large kangaroo on site. We've carried this out as a precaution to ensure the safety of staff and students. That is, I mean, let's get real. Obviously, that's freaky. Hopefully, everyone was okay, because I realize actually, especially a large kangaroo can be very dangerous. But it's also just so Australian to read like a lockdown warning for that. So it's like funny in a way if you think about it. But that is actually pretty wild. I hope they were able to apprehend the kangaroo. I don't know how you go about that. Not gonna lie, this is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Apparently this is in Wollongong. I was confused. At first I thought I was looking at like a crane or some sort of, you know, vehicle that was transporting a palm tree, because I know that's a thing, right? You can grow a palm tree somewhere at a palm tree farm and then transport it to a city somewhere or something, right? I get that. But that's not what this is. This is a palm tree with the roots bagged up here that is literally fastened to a light pole. Like, what am I looking at here, Australia? I can safely say I've seen light poles and I've seen palm trees, but I've never seen them strapped together. So I'm going to assume this is not normal. I'm not sure what's going on here. If anyone could tell me, I would love to hear about it. The comments don't seem to know either, other than a couple people theorize it's some sort of art installation. And then, of course, some funny jokes about if the palm tree just believes it can grow its way back down to the ground here. I don't know what's going on. And I hope that tree is okay, because, like, I don't feel like that's healthy for it to just be floating in midair. What do I know? Well, here in the Cairns area of Australia, someone pointed out a funny street sign. A street called Squeaky. And let me tell you, this just scratches the surface of street names, I'm sure. I know I have maps. I've done videos on it, blah, blah, blah. You guys have some outrageous city and town names in Australia. So I'm sure this just scratches the surface of funny street names. You should definitely tell me some that you know about down below. We'll get a few here from the Reddit comments. Road, Brisbane. I could see a skit about that, right? Like, who's on first, that classic skit. Hey, yeah, I'm coming over to deliver the thing. Which road was it? Oh, I'm on road. I'm the third house down when you turn onto road. Oh, yeah, I know. Which road, though? Road. You know? No, which road? Road. I cracked myself up. I'm sorry. Useless Loop Road, Western Australia. Now that is a name for a road. Useless Loop Road. That's fact check that. Useless Loop Road. It is a real road. Useless Loop Road is a dirt track in Western Australia that leads to the water on a peninsula near Shark Bay. Oh my goodness. Get a look at this. Useless Loop Road. Ooh, it's actually, look at that. What an interesting location. Nowhere near Perth. That's always what I go off of. It's way down here. And then there's also part of this peninsula just called Useless Loop. There's even a freaking Useless Loop airport. Don't be so hard on yourself. God, that loop is useless. Look at this. There's even an easy street in Queensland. Now, that'd be cool. That'd be cool, right? Living on Easy Street. Someone posted here, easiest way to get rid of hundreds of grocery bags. I'm I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see what the comments say, but I feel like whoever this is has been sending them to me because we've gotten a lot of these. And I'm not telling you to send any more, but I hope someone didn't answer, hey, send them all to IWrocker. Obviously, some nice legitimate answers, you know, like maybe ask food pantries nearby if they need any bags. Stick them outside by the road with a 10 cents each sign. They'll be stolen overnight. That's actually genius. Because, like, that's so true. Let's get real. So I wouldn't even suggest go to the store, stand out front for about 10 minutes on a Sunday Arvo, offering free bags. Would not take long at all, and a surefire way to get them out to people that will absolutely use them. Or the food pantry one. That's probably more legitimate and honestly better. This was kind of interesting. The most revealing thing about the social intelligence of any household: how far apart they place their bins. Now, I don't want to rip on anyone, but in case you didn't know, it says right on the bin, even here in the States as well, literally on ours. It says right on there, place the bins, you know, a decent length apart from each other because, you know, in case they have the garbage trucks that have like the arm and stuff, the robo arm, they can grab it, blah, blah, blah. They just want them far apart. And that's what you're supposed to do. And even I, when, you know, certain times, maybe a couple times a year, I fumble and I don't pay attention. I might put them kind of close, but most of the time I make sure and put them far away from each other like you're supposed to, right? This is exactly on the left how you're supposed to do it as far as I know. And of course, you do see people put them wheel to wheel, like right on top of each other, right? Totally disregarding the directions like that are right in your face when you grab the can, but or the bin, I should say. And I love the two top comments. One of them being reasonable. People saying, well, technically, a lot of people probably never been handed instructions on how to do it. And you know what? That's kind of a lot of things with like life in general, especially with government things or services. No one teaches you crap, dude. So honestly, I get it. Like if they want stuff done, they kind of do a poor job of letting people know. Now, like I said, in my case, ours says it right on the bin. I feel like that's pretty good. Although, if you didn't look at the bin closely, I guess you wouldn't know that because they don't tell you otherwise. So I guess there's that. But I love the second answer because this one is me every week. Oh, shit. It's bin night. I don't know why that's so hard to remember, but some nights it really sneaks up on you. And yes, I have had to go out at maybe 1 in the morning, maybe midnight to go out there because there is a real phenomenon. And I am not kidding, okay? I mean, I'll record it at this point to prove to people this is real. All right, this is real stuff. There have been a couple times over the last few years that I have forgotten to put out my bins. So on garbage day, they show up to the house. My bins are not out to the street. So what are they going to do? They're going to say, well, they're going to drive by and I'm screwed till the next week. Now, let me tell you, on the couple times, you know, once, twice a year, whatever, that I forget, I swear to you, like clockwork, they show up at like 5:30 a.m. before the sun rises sometimes. They show up, oh, Ian doesn't have his bins out. Your loss, right? But on every other day of the year, when I put them out like I should, these guys don't show up till like noon, sometimes 1 p.m., sometimes 2 p.m., They never show up at 6 in the morning unless I forget. Now, someone explain that to me, please. But you know what? On that note, we're going to end it there. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you watching. I think this will be a fun one for comments, so I can't wait to see you down there as well. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. I'll catch you later.